Hi everybody, here's an example of calculating formula mass. We're going to follow these steps. Step 1, we need to list the elements. So remember, every capital letter tells us a new element. So here's our first capital letter with its partner. That's beryllium, Be. Here's another capital letter for carbon. Our third capital letter for hydrogen. And our fourth capital letter for oxygen. So this example has 4 different elements. Step 1. Done. Step 2 says find the molar masses of each element on the periodic table. So we're going to use our P table to find that out. Beryllium is element Be. There it is right there. The mass is 9.01. Carbon, C. There it is, 12.01. Hydrogen is in the top left corner here. We see a mass 1.008. And oxygen, our best friend, the one we should be memorizing by now, is element number 8, has a mass of 16. Alright, step 2, find the molar masses. Done. Now what we're going to do is step 3, multiply those molar masses by the subscripts that we see in the formula. So 9.01 for beryllium, we're going to multiply by the subscript. So beryllium is outside the parentheses, so this 2 over here doesn't affect it. So the thing we want to look at is that there's no number touching Be, so that implies a 1. So beryllium, we multiply by 1. Right? Remember, this 2 only affects what's inside the parentheses. Carbon is in the parentheses. There's a 2 touching carbon, so we have to multiply by 2. But there's a 2 outside the parentheses, so we have to multiply by 2 again. Alright? Same kind of thing happens with hydrogen. Hydrogen, there's a 3 touching it. So we definitely multiply the mass by 3. But this number outside the parentheses, we also have to multiply. So by 2 again. 16, same kind of deal. There's a 2 touching O for oxygen, so that's times 2. But then we need to remember our 2 outside the parentheses, so we multiply by 2. And now we're going to use our calculator to get those values. 9.01 times 1, I don't need a calculator for that, is 9.01. 12.01 times 2 gives me 48.04. 1.008 for hydrogen times 3 times 2, oops, I hit minus, there we go, gives me 6.048. And then finally for oxygen, 16 times 2 times 2 gives me 64.00. Step 3, we multiplied all of those by their subscripts. Step 4 is to simply add those masses together. So we're going to use a plus sign and an equals. And then in my calculator, I'm going to add all of these together. 9.01 plus 48.04 plus 6.048 plus 64.00. Hit enter. And that gives us 127.098 grams per mole. There is the molar mass of this compound. Sorry, the formula mass of this compound. And that's what we were doing today, calculating formula mass. Thanks.